got here tonight. A lot of things are going on. I'm married. I'm 38. My name is Vernon.
Hi, Vernon.
Hi. How are you? I like it. I like that beard. Keep that beard. Fits you well.
38?
Yeah, I'm 38, going on 50. So, me and my wife, because I've been married for a while. That's her name, Adrian back there. Woo! Ah! Yeah! Woo! We gotta get as many cheap pops in as we can. Now, drink as much liquor as you can because the more you drink, the funnier we'll get. Okay? I swear to you, it's gonna happen. But me and my wife the other night, we wanted to spice things up. So we put on some KY, his and hers. You see, I took hers by mistake. So after sex, I wanted to cuddle and talk about my feelings. She just farted, rolled over and started snoring. She's such a woman. She's such a woman. But see, marriage is hard because you get those mixed messages. You know, you just misread each other. You know, I came home the other night and she's got her bags packed. And I'm just like, where are you going? She said, well, I seen on HBO where you can get $400 for giving blowjobs. And I thought I'd go out there to Vegas and make some money doing it, what I do for you for free. So I thought about it. I ran upstairs and I got my bags. She said, well, what are you doing? I'm coming with you. I like to see how you survive on $800 a year. It's pretty crazy. You know, I think I love my wife more than she loves me. Nothing wrong with that. Every year for anniversary, I get her furs and jewelry. And every year she gets me a kid and a daycare bill. I know, mix it up. I don't need to be a daddy all the time. It's special. It's special. He's laughing. That guy's silly. That guy's silly. No, but, you know, being 38, I want to take care of myself. So, I'm fighting skin cancer. Checking my arm for spots. Okay. Problem is, when you black all over, it's hard to tell if you're winning that fight, you know? Is this me? Or is this what it looks like? I don't know. I'm gonna say that's a win. Check. I've taken lice completely off the table. Spoiler alert. I haven't had to worry about lice in years. Matter of fact, everybody black raise their hand. We're lice immune, so that's just gonna be it. We're gonna rule ourselves out on that one. Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy. My friends, they said, you know what, you need to try lap band. So I said, I don't understand it. You know, I don't get it. Lap band. Because in high school, I was in the band and I didn't lose any weight. And now the fact that you have to run and play instruments to do it, I just think that's just totally uncalled for. Okay, that one's gonna die. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I love it. I love being married because my body's changed, you know. I now have support people, you know, because I've gotten older. That's where you gotta grab the wall for support when you pee. It's like, oh my God. Oh God. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, we got a great show for you tonight. Woo! Ah! Woo! Ah! I'm so hot. I'm so hot. I'm ready for you. Okay, come. We got a great show for you tonight here. Mr. Maurice Sherrod is here tonight. Also doing a thing on stage, we got Miss Adrian Thompson on stage here. We got the more beautiful, talented Charlie Walker on stage doing his thing tonight. Also, we got the incredible Pete Walnut. Give Pete a hand. If you don't know who Pete is, he's white. It's a 0 chance Walden is a brother. Okay, it's a 0 chance he is a brother. And to close out the show, we got the incredible Mr. Big John Richardson. So, stick around. Keep everything going. Put your hands together right now. Come to the stage. Talented young brother, all the way from nowhere, Mr. Maurice Gerard.
How you guys doing tonight? So I seen a billboard on my way here, and this particular billboard said, "Do you follow Jesus? Because Jesus follows you." So I'm thinking to myself, I didn't know Jesus had a Twitter account. So now that I know that he has an account, how come we ain't friends? I'm gonna be real emotional when the Jehovah's Witnesses come knocking at my door. "Excuse me, sir. Do you have Jesus in your heart?" "Yes, I do. But he doesn't follow me on Twitter." So I was trying to holler at this one girl the other day. She asked if I had a Magnum. I was like, yeah. I live in the hood, so I had about 4. I knew she was trouble because not too many women ask if you packing on the first date. Alright, so I don't usually have sex with big women, but when I do, it's fun. They get to the point to where they start doing everything that you never seen before in your life. I had one big girl do a backwards flip off the lazy board recliner. I made the mistake of trying to catch her. I was like, "All right, I got this. Come on." And she landed on me. Y'all don't believe me? Look at my legs. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. I hate going to the movies because when I get to the wall, I can't because my girlfriend gets there. But, before we sit down, she always has something that she needs. So in order for me to get through the aisle, I have to do the hammer dance to get to the snacks. Because my legs ain't straight. I can't walk through the aisle like regular people with straight legs. You know what I'm saying? So here's how I go. "Babe, I need some Twizzlers." "All right." "Oh, I forgot your large popcorn?" Before I even sit down, she goes, "Babe, did you forget to lock the car?" I do the hammer dance so much, I almost went bankrupt. So my girlfriend, she had a birthday. She just turned 30. Give it up for her. Give it up for her. So I asked her. There she is right there. No, but so I asked her, I said, "Babe, it's your birthday. We're here to do stuff for you." I said, "What do you want to do tonight?" She said, "Well, I want 5 guys." And I was like, "Okay. I ain't talking about the restaurant, y'all. Come on. Let's get it out the way." She's a trooper.
Yikes.
Oh, man. Girls are going too far with the apps. Am I lying? Right. Y'all agree? My girlfriend has an app. It's called the Sex Tracker. It tells her how long it's been since we had sex. She came up to me and she said, "Maurice, according to my app, we haven't had sex in 2 weeks." I was like, "All right." So I put out my phone and I put out my app. I said, "Well, according to my app, you haven't cooked a good meal in 2 months." tell us in the kitchen, make those ramen noodles, please. So my friends and I decided to we wanted to rent a movie. So they said, let's watch Birdman. I'll say, no, I'm not interested. I'm really not interested, you know. That movie, I can't do it. You know, because Birdman hasn't paid Lil Wayne yet. You know, because because Birdman hasn't paid Lil Wayne for the millions of records he sold. So we settled for What's Love Got to Do With It, starring Birdman and Lil Wayne. It's about an abusive relationship that you can't get out of. You know, because if Lil Wayne broke the contract of the relationship, you know, Lil Wayne be saying broke instead of bling bling, you know. Every time I come on Radio City, broke. Piggy ring worth about zero, broke. Every time I buy a new ride, it gets Rico. So apparently young money means no money. Because ain't nobody got paid yet. So I have a friend. You know, it's a whole big race issue. So he's like, hey Maurice, you know, I just want to let you know, I love you as a friend. It doesn't matter the color. But I have never said the N-word. Ninja. So I look at him and I'll say, all right, you haven't said it right. So how come you have a Confederate flag tattooed on your arm? Oh man, I just got it. It was just spur of the moment. All right, I'll believe you, man. So anyway, that's my time, y'all. Thanks for coming out.
Keep it going for Maurice. I can tell that last joke was getting a little bit much, wasn't it? Yeah. Trust me, I seen everybody's face. He was like, rebel flag and KKK and the N-word. I was like, whoa. Get him off the stage. You start scaring white folks. Can't scare our audience away. That's funny. All right. Y'all ready for the next comedian? Yeah. Woo! That's a nice dress. That's a real nice dress. I'm sorry. It just caught my eye because it's like future. That's the only thing that came to my mind because I'm a man. I can't say it's pink. Fuchsia. Pink. Fuchsia. It's funny. All right. Come to the stage, y'all. She was voted. Wow, where are we going with this? Nice hat. I like that Paddington Bear hat. That's cool. That's cool. My name is Vernon. Carrie, it's nice to meet you, Carrie. Carrie, you told me your name, so it takes the fun out of asking and guessing your name. So that's cool. That's honest. And I like that from you, Carrie. High five you. Self high five, air high five. Yeah, you. I love it. Let's go. All right. Now, this next comedian, female comic, she was voted the fastest black comedian on the scene in New Albany, Indiana. She's also been on BET's Midnight Review, coming to you from absolutely nowhere. Put your hands together for Miss Adrienne.
Just a second, y'all. I'm gonna plug something in real quick. I can't let my phone go dead. My kids are at home. Who knows if they're gonna call? Hang on 1 second. So how's everybody doing tonight? Yes, my name is Adrienne, for those that don't know me, and that is spelled with an A, in case you're wondering. So real quick, let's just get the elephant out of the room. Let's just do it, all right? Yes, my husband is the host of the show. And yes, I did have sex with him. But that was so I could watch Real Housewives in peace. It had nothing to do with me being up here, okay? So I'm a smoker. And I've been watching these anti-smoking commercials. And they just don't do it for me personally. I feel like if you want to combat smoking, you need to tailor the commercials to the brand. For example, girl walks into a gas station, purchases a pack of Virginia Slims, exits the gas station and is immediately transported into a VFW bingo hall. She's 5 cards deep and she's running out of pockets for her pool tabs. Screen fades to black. Tagline pops up. Virginia Slims. Somebody's gonna hit bingo, just not your broke ass. Right? Or how about this one? Girl walks into a gas station, purchases a pack of Newport Lights, exits the gas station and is immediately transported into a check into cash. She's got 5 mixed kids, and those bastards are running wild over there. Screen fades to black. Tagline pops up. Newport Lights. Once you go black, you don't go back. That would have stopped me from smoking them. Now, speaking from experience, I think the saying should really be, once you go black, you can't go back. Because their dicks are so big. Charlie knows what's up. Yeah, it is hard to be in an interracial relationship. It really is. You would think not in 2015, but it really is. My Kool-Aid's never sweet enough. I play euchre, not spade. 90% of what I cook has mayonnaise in it, and he refuses to eat mayonnaise. However, he demands that I make 1 meal a week with fatback. Newsflash, fatback is mayo, just with some seasoning. Okay? So in addition to having a black husband, I also have a black mother-in-law, which sucks when you're white and your only exposure to the black community is through John Singleton films and the album The Chronic. Now, you all may not know this, but black women like to use the term bitch as a term of endearment. Okay? They'll be like, bitch, did you lose weight? You look good. Or, bitch, don't even stress that nickel, he ain't shit. Real quick, I said nickel, there will not be a rich riot on my watch tonight, okay? So this past Easter, I was wanting to bond with my mother-in-law. So I was getting ready to leave her house, and I walked up to her, and I looked at her, and I said, bye, biatch. Not a good idea. She went from like 0 to Suge Knight in like 2 seconds. I felt like Danny Glover in The Color Purple. So she said, until you do right by me, everything you say is gonna fall. Man, we got in the car. I looked at my husband, I said, Briggs, I'm getting too old for this shit. So speaking of marriage, I do not support gay marriage. Ooh, I got quiet. But let me explain real quick before one of those homosexual gangs that Fox News told me about before they jumped me out here. I do not support gay marriage because their weddings are so much better than straight weddings. I went to a gay wedding about a month ago. They had this arch when you came in, and it had all these like flowers from countries I didn't even know existed. It was beautiful. At my wedding, we had a balloon arch. It's kind of sad now. They had matching Armani suits. Vernon forgot to wear his socks. And we lost our deposit on those Sam Meyer shoes. So, it was bad. They had Lady Gaga perform. Did y'all hear me? Lady Gaga. We had Tyrone, and he just wanted to fuck everybody's mom. So, I'm currently unemployed, which is good and bad. Bad part, I can't smoke weed right now because I'm trying to get another job. The good part, though, is I've had a lot of time to think about my life and you know, where do I want to go from here? I'm coming over here. And I made a pretty big life decision the other day. I've decided if I ever commit a drive-by, this is the song that would be playing in my car. Y'all know it. Rolling down the street in my 6'4", clocking the bitches, jacking the hoes. Went to the spot to hit the scoop. Knuckleheads up there, coach, some hoops. Just saying, don't get it twisted. I may look innocent, and I am. I really would never hurt anybody. I'm scared of guns. So I'm 35, and a lot of my friends are now starting to have children. Partially because I'm unemployed and don't have a lot of money, and partially because I want to do something nice for my friends. I wanted to give them the gift that nobody else would. So I've been working on a book of baby names that are inspired by social media hashtags. If you all don't mind, I'd like to do a short reading tonight. That's okay? All right. Y'all didn't know y'all was going to get cultured. And it's awesome when your prop falls down below. Should I go see that? It's free.
Improv.
It's free. Next one. $10. Chapter 1. Boys' names. Jacob. Bang, bang, gotta get down for your thing. Miller. Brady. Man, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. Smith. Henry. Haters are my motivators. And they only hate me because they ain't me, Brown. Chapter 2. Girls' names. Ashlyn. Just got baptized, so I'm living for the Lord and not twerking at thoroughbreds. Watson. Desiree. Eyebrows on fleek, y'all. Johnson. And my personal favorite, Claudette. This white bitch ain't even funny. Where's that big black dude she fucked? Thompson. Hey, that's my time. You are great. Thank you.
Adrian, y'all gotta give it up for that. Shout out to the back of the room. We got the 7 scariest black dudes against the wall. What's up, man? I could not wait for her to finish her set. I said, I'm too old. They're gonna jump up. Yeah. My feet got to move like Richard Pryor. I get it. Man, what's your name? Corey. Corey, you should tell me your name, man. They all fun out of guessing your name, Corey. I love it, man. You got on a Star Wars shirt, right? How's that girl next to you feel about that? All right, y'all. Settle down. Star Trooper. Settle down. My mom is 57 years old, and my dad died last year. Yeah, y'all didn't know. Don't get mad. No, but she's back out on the dating scene, and so I wanted to go ahead and make her relevant. So I got with her, and we created a profile on daddyhunt.com. I need a new daddy. Problem is, daddyhunt.com is an all-gay male website. She don't get many views, but at least she got fashion buddies and some shopping sense about it now. So if you haven't guessed, I got to catfish my mom now. So don't call MTV on me. That'd be like the white guy called me who looked like Gallagher. It's cool. I love it. Oh, he's got all his hair! I love it, dude. I love it.
Guess my name now.
Let's see here. You look like a Richard.
That's Barbie.
That's Barbie, your Ken? Your Ken? Oh God, it's Barbie and Ken! The years have been unkind. That's how I All right. Enough of the silliness. Cut the silliness. Cut the silliness. All right, come to the stage, y'all. Getting ready to take stage is a nice young man, Jewish guy. I've known him for a long time. I didn't need to say Jewish. I know, right? Why you gotta be Jewish, Charlie? Stupid guy. Come to the stage right now. Getting ready to go ahead and put down his brand of comedy, Mr. Charlie Walker.
I'm not Jew, I'm Catholic, and I'm not bragging. It's a cry for help. My name's Charlie Walker. How are y'all doing? Everybody? Good? Star Wars is cool, man. Batman's cool. Chicks don't like it. That's cool. I've been doing comedy now for a long time, about 11 years, and I keep doing it because my mom, she tells me I'm hilarious, and my dad, he tells me nothing because we don't speak. Anyway, I want to start off the show by doing something a little different. I want to apologize, especially to you guys back here on the back wall. I want to apologize on behalf of white people as a whole and Caucasia, my mother country. I want to say I'm sorry for presidential candidate Donald Trump and his vice president Hulk Hogan. They suck. I get it. They suck. Not happy with it. Did everybody have a good week? How's your week been? How's your week been, Ken?
It's been great.
I bet it has. My week has not been great. I went back home to Portland, Kentucky. You're right. You're not wrong. If you've never been to Portland, Kentucky, I'll describe to you how bad Portland, Kentucky is. A man got in trouble last weekend with the police for throwing his wife from a moving vehicle on the highway. Because it's Portland, Kentucky, they just charged him with littering. It's just white trash. I think it's a curse anywhere that's named Portland. Have you guys heard about this crazy stuff in Portland, Oregon? Apparently there's some guy hanging dildos from power cables. It's on national news. Portland is so proud of this, they gave my alias. They call him the Dong Dangler. It's true. I haven't heard the Dong Dangler since Vernon and Adrian asked me to spend the night. Trying to ask me to be his daddy and shit. Vernon liked it. Portland, Kentucky also has a real bad gang problem. They call themselves the EBTs. Their gang affiliation is Scooby-Doo pajama pants. They hang out at Walmarts. It's a nationwide thing, you know. Sports has been crazy here lately. All this Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, and then that whole Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. Did you guys hear about this recent development in this? Manny Pacquiao wants a rematch. He wants a rematch so bad, he's going to pull a Caitlyn Jenner and become a woman. When they asked him about it, they said, why do you want to be a woman? He said, because I want to fight Floyd Mayweather again. The only person Floyd's beat more than once is a woman. Too soon, is it? I heard Daniel's feelings, that's his hero. Sports, soccer, the women have been killing it. Give it up for women's soccer. I don't know if y'all watched that, that was crazy. That's exciting. Women's soccer was very exciting this year. Men's soccer, I don't really like men's soccer. Every time I look at the screen, it's 0-0. Japan and Greece, 0-0. Mexico and Brazil, 0-0. If you really want to see a guy not score for 45 minutes, follow me around the bar after a show. It's a year-round thing. It's free. Athletes, who's your favorite athlete? I'm asking the wrong guy. Who's your favorite athlete? Floyd Mayweather. That's the wrong guy again. You know who my favorite athlete is? Batman. like Batman, man. That's why I wear Batman shirts. What? How is that the wrong? Don't make fun of Batman. I know this guy. I don't know why. Never mind. Batman. I like to wear Batman t-shirts because Batman and I have a lot in common. Except I'm broke and I fight like a bitch. We have nothing in common. All this like superhero craze here lately, they're thinking about bringing back all these superheroes from the 80s and making them into movies. I don't know why. Somebody they decided to bring back here recently, they want to bring back Captain Planet and do a Captain Planet movie. Y'all remember Captain Planet? If you've never seen Captain Planet, which apparently most of you haven't, green mullet, cut off tank top, boy shorts, and Ugg boots. If you went to Walmart in Walmart right now, you can probably find Captain Planet. He's like the mascot for the EBT game. I hate going to Walmart, man. I do. I recently went to Walmart because I was trying to find an anniversary gift. I want to go somewhere where I can find something special. So I was at Walmart. My girlfriend and I, we've actually now fiance. Hey, we've been together. This is our 7th anniversary. Give it up for, 7. It's been the best 7 days of my life. And when I was walking through Walmart, I get so frustrated because I feel like everything is messed up. I like to rearrange shit so that it makes sense to me. You get what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. Home do-it-yourself donut maker. This belongs by the stretch pants. You're probably gonna need that, Sleeping pills. That belongs next to the Cosby Show. The entire discography of Nickelback, that belongs in the trash can because they suck. Look at this photograph. Thanks, man. I actually went camping with my fiance's father here recently. It was kind of cool. She couldn't go, so it was just him and I. But we found out a lot about each other. Like, I found out he likes to cuddle, and he found out I'm ticklish. I was just letting it sink in a little bit. Y'all seem a little slow on that. I'm actually making a documentary right now about my drinking problem. Hey, I'm Catholic, peace be with you. I'm calling the documentary, No Matter How Loud You Scream It's Morphin' Time, You'll Never Be a Power Ranger. I do things a little bit different. I like to sing songs and stuff. You guys want to hear a song? Yeah! Why not? I'm going to do one right now. Actually, I'm going to bring up a friend for this. Hey, Ben. Ben, stand up, Ben. Come on, Ben.
Come on, Ben.
Give it up for Ben. Come on. Keep it going for Ben. Ben does not need a mic. Trust me, after you hear this song, you'll know why. This is a song that I wrote. Ben, how long have we known each other? A long time. So, this is a song about friendship from a dear friend, Ben. I took my time when I wrote this song. It's a song about a friendship that's grown so strong. It's hard to find the words to sing, but I'll give it a shot in my own special way. I'm banging your mom and I wrote it in a song. more than just lovers, she's my best friend. The truth is out on how I feel. I love your mama, but it's no big deal. Ron Jeremy blush at the sex we had. She calls me Mandingo, but you can call me Dad. Who's your daddy, Benjamin? Cause I'm banging your mom and I'm reading a song. Feels so right, I don't care if it's wrong. Sex all the time and I hope it never ends. More than just lovers, she's my best friend. Did it doggy style, then we cuddled in your bed. If the song ain't enough, here's an image for your head. Talk about head, she really likes it too. I'm a motherfucker and it's all because of you. Your mom's my best. Thanks. I'm not for big music, it's good, right? Bet you didn't see that coming. Ben told me to play a song, so I figured who better than Ben. And now Ben's girlfriend. What's your name? Carrie. Of course, how could I forget? Carrie with a hat. This is a song for Carrie. Did one, might as well do the other. That's the couple. If you need to buy a couple a drink, it's probably going to be that couple.
Let's run again.
It's very nice to meet you, and I want you to know that I think you're really pretty. You're a star of the show. Excuse me, miss, I don't mean to be rude. Out of all the sexy women, you're the one that I pursue. I'm gonna take your ass to Pound Town tonight. Real freaky shit when I turn out the lights. I'm your private. Let's just go to the next verse. How about that? I'm your private dancer, and I dance for free. You think that my love has a fee? Nope, it's for free. You opened up my eyes, you're my vision, now I see that the formula to happiness is only you and me. Oh my goodness, and oh my glad, I'd love it so much if you gave me a blow pop. I'm gonna take your ass to Pound Town tonight. Real freaky shit when I turn out the lights. That's gonna do it. I can't finish. My name's Charlie. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Man, that was funny. Charlie Walker, everybody. Charlie Walker. Town. Okay, who hasn't had a drink yet? Everybody's drinking. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You buy your girlfriend a drink yet? Don't be cheap, players. Hey, money's no object when it comes to her. All right. Y'all ready for the next comedian? No. Y'all ready for the next comedian? All right. Coming from the stage, the not black, Pete Walnick.
All right, how's it going, everybody? Nice to see you, man. Well, that's it, huh? Okay. Dance, monkey boy, dance. So, it's kind of nice to see you guys. I like the vibe in the room right now. It's kind of like a free clinic where everybody got the test result they were hoping for. Negative, yes. Got a lot of mixture of ages in the crowd, too, which is kind of cool. I'm an older guy myself, but here's the good news. I can still pass for a 27-year-old meth head. Yay. Seen things change, boy. When I was growing up, everybody had vinyl albums and they all went away at one point. Now they're all back. Which I'm glad for too, because I can't roll a joint on an iPod. Yeah, especially the iPod Nano. Forget about it. Yeah. Some of you may remember this. Back in the day, there was this notion that rock bands put satanic messages on vinyl albums, and you could only hear them when you spun them backwards. I was at a friend's house one night when I was a teenager, and I thought I'd try that. Here's what I heard. Hey, asshole, you broke my turntable. Yeah, it sounded vaguely satanic. Here's something else, too. Back when I was a kid, nobody had shorts with words on the ass. Yeah, for real. And nowadays, everywhere you look, it's love and pink. I'm surprised they don't have a line of those shorts in Braille. I mean, there are companies out there shameless enough to start selling, you know, booty shorts for the blind. And that would make a hell of a visual, too, wouldn't it? See some girl wearing a pair of those shorts standing on a street corner, some blind guy walks up, plants his hand on her ass. Cops wouldn't know what to do. They would just look at that and like, do we make an arrest or is he just reading? Tell you what. Everybody's got cell phones these days, which is very cool. There's this one thing about cell phones. Have you guys heard of butt dialing? Where you take a cell phone, you put it in your back pocket, and inadvertently it starts dialing the numbers. They didn't have that with rotary phones. And if they did, it was definitely no accident. You know, somebody had a pencil and a strong set of ass muscles. And if you found a girl who could do that, she was a keeper. A little while ago, actually I take this back, I found out a while back that after you turn 40, you're supposed to start getting colonoscopies, which scared the hell out of me because I don't like getting poked on Facebook. And if you don't know, colonoscopy, they take a little camera that's about this big and they run it through your colon looking for stuff that causes cancer. And if you don't have medical insurance, they use a flip phone camera. So I suggest you get on a plan. A little while back, I used to work as a bartender, and one night, one of the waitresses working, and she told me, or she announced that she had become a grandmother that night. And I asked her how old she was, and she said 30. One person's shocked, everybody else is like, oh yeah, she waited too long. And this happened here in Kentucky, so I guess that's the new normal, right? Wow, I am old school. Because to me, grandmas are like Betty White. Now, granny's got back. Yeah, grandmas aren't supposed to be 30. Grandma's underwear is supposed to be 30. Grandmas give you candy. They're not named candy. But good God, they're everywhere. Young grandmas with skinny jeans, push-up bras, tramp stamps that say, ask me about my grandkids. Yeah, they call that a gram stamp. I can never hook up with a young grandma. I'd be scared she'd really get into it and start screaming, who's your Nana? Who's your Nana? Last name's Wallinack. It's because my parents suck. Immigrants. Refuse to change it to something American sounding like Sanchez. It's spelled W-O-L-Y-N-E-C. Those are the letters you have when you're losing at Scrabble. I typed it into Google once and asked me, did you mean woodchuck? So part Russian, part Ukrainian, which means I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, big drinking cultures. If a kid goes missing over there, they put his picture on vodka bottles. Yeah, I'm Vladimir, have you seen me? Usually find him around last call. And this is the kind of stuff I grew up around. My parents, they would throw me birthday parties when I was a little kid. They would only invite their friends. Room full of adults, sorry, a house full of adults, all getting plastered. I was the only 5-year-old whose birthday had a 2-drink minimum. And I'm pretty sure my mom drank because I remember her nursing me, and then I remember getting the spins and then passing out. It's ridiculous. You guys have been watching the news, you probably saw that Russia wants to invade Ukraine. There's like a big thing going on there right now. I think that's a bad idea because Ukraine is where the Chernobyl nuclear disaster happened, back in the 1980s. Dangerous levels of radiation over there still. They invite tourists to go see the place. That's crazy, right? Oh, but they play it off. It's like, oh, he's like Disneyland. Yeah, except the 6-foot mouse is real. Need to see the t-shirts in that gift shop. I went to Chernobyl and all I got was this lousy lump on my nut. So I'm originally from Michigan. My mom still lives up there. I go to visit from time to time. We don't get along, so things are really tense. But she has a prescription for OxyContin, so the trips aren't a total loss. Yeah, melts that tension away. I recently had to put her in a nursing home, and they called me the other day, and they told me that they think my mom's mind is starting to go, because she's been fighting with other patients, she wanders off by herself, she falls down. And I told her, come on, she's drunk. She just thinks she's celebrating my birthday. But I do have to face facts. She's 92 years old, and she is starting to slip a little bit. But the good news, she can't remember that she's disappointed in me. I call that a win. That's right. My mom grew up under communism, so she's a little paranoid over the whole thing. I would use the phone at home when I was a little kid, and she would always tell me, if you hear clicking noise during phone call, secret police are listening. And I never really tried to talk her out of it because I thought, what a great way to get her to hang up. You know, she calls me one day, starts yammering about some nonsense. All I gotta do is go, so Mom, like I was saying. And she flips out. Oh! USA is best place ever! USA, #1, #1! Click. And on top of all that, my mom was a shoplifter. Yeah, found out when I was 9 years old. I was with her when I got arrested, when she got arrested for shoplifting. Sorry, she got arrested. That's when I realized every gift she ever gave me could fit in her purse. Yeah, didn't get any vinyl albums ever as gifts, but when CDs came out, motherload, right there. Got a lot of Hot Wheels cars too, but never a track. And the hell of it is, 2 years before that, I was at the store with her, I stole some candy, she saw me do it. She started smacking me, yelling at me, made me put it back. I figured that was just her way of saying, leave this to the professionals. But you know, by today's standards, she would actually be considered a good mom because when she went out shoplifting, she didn't leave me in a hot car. Which is very important when it's August. My dad, he's an old Ukrainian dude, hated it when I couldn't get something right the first time. Absolute perfectionist. Always wanted me to get things right the first time. Really sucked during potty training. He'd be sitting there tapping his foot, looking at his watch. Come on, you sit, you poop, what is problem? Давай, давай! He was really strict too. I told him when I was a kid that I didn't like to read. He went out and got me a book, sat me down, made me read it out loud while he was watching me. I wish I would have told him I didn't like girls. I'm gonna see him bring home a girl. Do it! Of course, you know, he'd be sitting there watching me while it happened too. You know, making sure I did it out loud. By then I wouldn't mind. So by applause, who's married in the crowd? Wow, way to sell that lifestyle. Some of you guys are drinking to forget. I've never been married. I have bad marriage history in my family. Both my parents had bad previous marriages. Their marriage sucked. My sister is on her 4th marriage right now. So I've tested positive for divorce. Is anybody in here who's like getting married, engaged, or anything like that? Stay away from me. I'm a carrier. I just may rub up against your fiance to fuck up your wedding. Just out of spite. But you know, when you think of it, marriage these days really is not doing that well across the country even. The divorce rate is pretty close to 60%. If you want to keep a marriage healthy and happy these days, it's a lot like cooking crystal meth. Because, you know, you gotta handle it just right, or it's gonna blow up in your face. And in both cases, you lose a house. Thank you. And people aren't even taking it seriously. There are people out there, they don't care about bad marriages. They're very casual about the whole thing. I had a friend, recently got divorced, first marriage. I figured he'd be torn up over it. Couldn't be happier. He tells me, it's my starter marriage. One where you make all your mistakes. You know why I got divorced? Got caught with his starter mistress. Yeah. Lost half his starter money. Now he's paying starter child support. And of course, you've been paying attention to the news that there's a lot of hue and cry over same-sex marriage in the country. And I don't know what your opinions are, but there are people out there that are pretty extreme with their opinions. I've heard this actually be said before. Well, you know, if we let gay people get married, pretty soon people are going to start marrying their dogs. Which is insane, but when you think of it, what a great season of wife swap. Yeah, so how's the wife? Oh, she shit on the rug again. Yeah, just for that, she doesn't get to sit on the couch. Yeah. So by applause, any smokers in the house? Again, noticeable lack of energy. Thank you. Yeah. I used to smoke, but I quit because I stopped getting my Marlboro miles. Hey, I'm not going to kill myself for nothing. You know, sure, I'll get some horrible lung disease, but it'll be worth it for that kayak. Yeah. Here's a fun fact about smoking. 7 years after you quit, your lungs are completely clean, like you've never, ever started smoking. And I wonder if other body parts are like that, because if that's the case, I think I'm a virgin again. And they say for every cigarette that you do smoke, you cut 7 minutes off of your life. However, if you smoke e-cigarettes, you actually add 7 minutes to the delusion that you look cool with e-cigarettes. There's a lot of stop smoking campaigns out there too. State of Indiana, in fact, has a series of billboards. One of them says, secondhand smoke is child abuse. Now, my dad, when I was little, he smoked. So he abused me secondhand. His first hand used a belt. Yeah, he abused me in stereo. Yeah. You know, you realize nobody ever complains about secondhand pot smoke? Haven't heard a single one. They're definitely not complaining about it in Colorado. Oh, she does? Well, you're just a wussy. You're just a candy ass. You know where they're really not going to be complaining about secondhand pot smoke? Nebraska and Kansas. Because, you know, the wind, it blows, and they're right next to Colorado. Okay, geography joke. Mental note. Pop geography quiz before every show. It's not fun dating somebody who smokes. I used to date somebody smoking. Somebody's coughing up a lung or something. Wow. I used to smoke. I used to date a smoker. After I quit, I dated a smoker, heavy smoker. She looked like Julianne Moore, sounded like Sling Blade. Yeah, it's like every time we make out, she'd make that noise. And once we were making love, I swear to God, she got smoker's hack. Wow. Yeah, forget sexy, she was bringing emphysema back. And that's it for me, everybody. Thank you very much.
Man, that's awesome. Y'all give it up for Mr. Pete Wallen. Y'all having a good time? Yeah. All right, we are back here August the 22nd at the Bardstown. We have Mr. Charlie Walker will be our host. We have the incredible Doug Wiley on stage with the incomparable Bob Batch. So if you haven't seen that show, we'll be selling tickets tonight. That is another hilarious show. And we don't want you to miss it. Like I said, we'll be handing out flyers and everything here in a sec. So, like I said, get your tickets tonight. We're doing them half price, 2 for $10. So, pretty much you'll get the most bang for your buck, okay? All right.
Why you gotta sell stuff right now, Bird? I hate you.
Okay. Give it up for the little kid that just walked in.
I got all my dirty words out of the way before.
Gotta keep it PG.
A little late for that.
All right, man. Did they go home? Don't worry, he bought a spare. It's all good, man. Coming to the stage. Now, this is a big treat, okay? And this guy is very, 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 very good friend of mine, okay? Y'all make some noise, put your hands together for Mr. Big John Richardson.
Come on, keep it going for first. Keep it going. We gonna check Vern's black threads, because you heard at the beginning of the show. Wait, Pete Wallenbeck, I'm really sure is not a brother. That ain't black. You say brother. Bro. Don't try and clean it up. How's everybody doing tonight? I watched Last Comic Standing last season, and I heard Roseanne say you should never ask an audience that. So now I'll always ask an audience that, because afterwards somebody say, you'll never get on Last Comic Standing that way. Yeah, that's the reason. Outstanding. I'm in a great mood, y'all. I am so excited. I just completed law school. I didn't do it in the traditional methods. I did it by watching judges Alex, Judy, and Mathis. Outstanding. First joke, here we go. Look, true story. I did a show at the Hoosier Park Casino in Anderson, Indiana. Afterwards, the guy pays me with the check, and I'm like, this don't feel right. Sure enough, a week later, the check bounced. So I texted him, your check bounced, give me some money. He said, oh, no problem, it's an accounting area, and I'll take care of it right away. 2 weeks later, I still don't have it, so I was like, I need my money. So he texted me and he said, it's in your account now. So Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock, I checked my account, the money was there, I was a happy guy. I get a text 10 o'clock in the morning that said, Google Bloomington bank robbery. It was that guy. And all my friends started teasing me, ooh, you got paid with bank robbery money. How does it feel to be paid bank robbery money? If that's what you need to do to get my money, Vern and the Ultra Combo, they've been so nice to me. John, you know, if you want to, we'll even give you a spotlight. I said, well, you know, I'm sort of thinking a black guy with dreadlocks and a spotlight, not really new for Bardstown Road. Having a ball, there we go. Listen, some of you guys saw me walking around with the cane. What happened was, a couple years ago, I was walking, stepped on the curb the wrong way, broke my left foot 3 different places. One of the breaks, the bone shattered so bad, it is gone forever. Doctor said, John, you will never run again. So I stand here proud, honored, and humbled and blessed to tell you guys after 4 years of casts, walking boots, compression stockings, weightlifting training, therapy, hard work, and rehab, the doctors were right. So they give me some diabetic shoes to wear, and most of the time, I didn't wear them tonight because with the jeans on, they don't look too bad, but in shorts, it looks like I played for the '95 Chicago Bulls. I'm also not holding the mic like my other co-stars on this show, because unlike them, I suffer from hand tremors. If I was to actually hold the microphone, you guys would think either A, Big John is real scared up there tonight, or B, that's the worst Muhammad Ali impression I ever saw. So the doctors say, John, there's a drug called Primidone we can give you that will control your hand tremors. I'm like, great, give it to me. The label on the bottle for the medicine to control hand tremors says, and I quote, cut tablets in half. Can't make that up. My kidneys failed a couple years ago, so I do dialysis, but I do it at home. So because I do it at home, they don't do it through my arm, through the blood anymore. They pump this fluid into my stomach, then it's like an extra 10 pounds in my stomach. And when I first started, I was like, but I couldn't say it. I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't say it. I was like, ooh, all of this, and I couldn't say it. And then one day, it slipped out. I was like, ooh, this is a whole lot to be carrying around. It was out there, and I knew it was coming next. My wife said, try having a baby. See, here's the thing. I'm not saying there's not pain involved in childbirth, but if there was that much pain, why was there a show on TLC called 19 Kids and Counting? What I'm trying to say to y'all is there are contributions to society by men. Anesthesia, parachutes, seat belts, bulletproof vests. Because a man went through pain one time. I don't even need to finish that joke, y'all. Love you guys. I moved to Evansville, Indiana because I got married. Me and my wife, we've been friends. We're old, we don't say years, we say events. So people know events, they won't know the year. When we met, Richard Nixon was resigning. That's how long we met. And when we first started dating again, she's like, John, I'm not gonna lie, I've loved you since high school. That's why I didn't say anything in high school. She said you were too goofy in high school. So why are you telling me now? Now you get paid to be goofy. And I'm not really goofy, I just like to have fun. Like in order to get on the kidney transplant list, I had to have what they call is a heart catheterization. He knows what it is, she knows what it is. But if you don't know what it is, they cut a hole in your groin right there, put a camera on a cable and run it up to your heart to see if there's any blockages, and if there are, they put a balloon up there, fix it, you're on your way. So they lay me on a hospital table, naked. Nurse says, I gotta shave you. And I'm like, well, where? Because I like to think of my body like a phone company line. You know, be careful where you dig. So they lay me down naked, and they shave me, and they cut the hole, and the procedure starts. I'm a comedian, slightly under the effects of anesthesia, can't see anything, but I can hear everything. Somewhere during the course of the procedure, Doc says, well, that's about 8 inches. So I say, that's because it's cold in here, they're shrinking. So they didn't find anything wrong. And they put me back in my hospital room, and then they leave. So when they leave, I gotta go see what the shaving looks like. Then what they didn't tell me is they didn't shave one side, they shaved both sides. So when I go look in the amusement park, because that's what I call it, because that's where the thrill ride is. That's awesome, y'all got that. Where once was a great big old forest, is now like a mohawk. So for a whole week, my wife was pissed because I kept running around the house naked. I hate it, fool, I hate it. Little bit, I might be a little bit goofy. One day I woke up and the news was on, and I could have swore I heard the anchor woman say, and food stamps to win. And it made me think of the Derby and a horse named Food Stamps coming down the backstretch, and all these rich white people saying, come on, Food Stamps, let's go, Food Stamps. Because you know that's the only time you can get rich white people to cheer for Food Stamps. A little bit goofy. My wife and I, we have so much fun together. I give it to her, she gives it back just as fast. Before we got married, I was like, listen, just so you know, my first wife is now an Episcopal priest in Columbia, Maryland, because when I love a woman like only I can love a woman, that's what it takes to replace me. She said, John, my first husband's dead, because when I love a man like only I can love a man, I bury him. First time I told that joke, she didn't like it. Second time I told it, I gave her a check. Telling it tonight. I am having a ball. I moved from Louisville to Evansville, Indiana. And the big thing in Indiana is they like to make fun of people from Kentucky. I don't get that, because it's not like there's not a Palmyra, Indiana. You know what I'm talking about? They do. I don't get it. The way I look at it, if you're Larry Bird, you can make fun of people in Kentucky. But if all you've ever done is smoke meth and flip a bird, you kind of sort of can't. We gotta find a new church, because we got kicked out of our old church because I got in a fight. Wasn't my fault. Might have been my fault. Okay, here's what happened. Church is over, end of the benediction. I'm thinking about fried chicken and NFL football. I step out into the aisle, there's a woman right there blocking me. Pow! John, the Lord put something on my heart for me to tell you. I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. What did he tell you? John, the Lord told me to tell you to shave and cut your hair. Why? So that you could be you. And this is what started the fight. I said, well, if he really wanted me to receive that message, he wouldn't have sent it to a woman in the weave, contacts, and fake nails. Fighting in church. So we were looking for a new church, and we found one in Evansville. I am the first black member of that church. They loved me. They've embraced me. They made me feel welcome. I even let them baptize me. How long are they supposed to hold you underwater? I didn't know if I was getting baptized in water for you. I'm confessing the sins I ain't even made. To get on the transplant list, you have to get interviewed by a whole bunch of social workers. And they all got that same bubbly, yay teen spirit. So I was kind of sort of thinking social workers are where cheerleaders and beauty pageant contestants go when they graduate. One of them asked me, she said, "John, do you ever get depressed?" I said, "No, because I'm on Facebook." So how does Facebook make you feel better? I said, "Listen, all those invitations to play games and invitations to events, I am like an A-list celebrity." She said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." And to top all that off, people submit their statuses to me for my approval. If I approve, I like it. I am the emperor of Facebook. She said, "I gotta get on Facebook." I said, "You are missing out." The thing on Facebook now is everybody says, "Ooh, Donald Trump speaks his mind. We like Donald Trump, he speaks his mind." You know who else speaks their mind? Schizophrenics, and I'm not sure I want them to be president. Think about it. If all you gotta do to win the Republican nomination is to be a white male who says offensive things, then I'll vote for Doug Stanhope. Pop culture, comic reference, sorry. You will love it. You will love it. He's already laughing. He just don't want y'all to know. What's your name? I asked you. If I wanted to guess, I would have said Zeke. I'm not guessing, I'm asking. Corey, welcome to the show, Corey. See, you thought you would Doc. Corey was afraid to answer because he thought I was going to make fun of him. Heather is my friend. She will tell you I don't make fun of front row people because I'm not getting whooped in the parking lot. And I'm not making fun of white people because if you look around, ratio's not real good right now. Oh yeah, there's some black people in here. But if something goes down, you know what they're going to say. We don't know. True story. I'm not supposed to be a comedian, but just things happen that just crack me up, so I tell y'all and y'all crack up. I was watching the news a couple years ago, and 7-foot NBA center Jason Collins became the first openly gay player in the NBA. That is hilarious. Somebody asked me why. Why? I'm glad you asked. Because 7-foot NBA center Jason Collins has an identical twin brother, Jaron, who isn't gay. Jason has effectively and permanently cock-blocked his brother for life. I had to make the doctor laugh on that one. That one might even end up in the operating room on a patient's house. Do you operate on people? What kind of... You can tell that joke when they start laughing, bones are popping, you charge them double. Welcome to the show, Doc. I'm not picking on you, front row and white.
Okay, it's scrawny. It's scrawny.
They all say that. You know what's not scrawny? A 357. Because it's always like that. The black dude gets shot and somebody says, "Oh, the doctor's so nice, he would never do that." The big black dude must have said something to get shot 9 times. There we go. We are having fun here. I love you guys. I miss the way awesome. I'm about to go. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna give you guys a choice. I can either tell you the actual story or I can edit it like TBS. If you want me to tell the actual story, repeat after me, loud as you can. We love our Big John.
We love our Big John.
And all his blackness.
And all his blackness.
My wife loves it when I do that. She can't believe people actually say that. We're gonna go home tonight. She's gonna say, "What is wrong with those people?" All right, true story. It's my big free bird, Vern. Thanks for coming out. You guys are awesome. Please keep coming back and support. I'm not done yet. I said this is my big free bird. Did I do something wrong? Usually the black folks take their time getting somewhere. He was running right up there. Just because I said you wasn't a brother don't mean you gotta prove you were. That's some stuff right there. All right. Sorry, Doc. Sorry, Corey. True story. True story. True story. I used to be a mentor at Englehart Elementary School at First in Kentucky. They weren't bad at-risk kids. They were just bad kids. They just needed somebody to talk to them. And so what I would do to talk to them and break the ice when I would travel places, I would take pictures and come back and show it to them and inspire them to want to learn about other places and inspire them to study and start them on that educational arc. So I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm walking around taking pictures of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Lake Erie and all this stuff, and there's a bridge that I can walk across that if I get to the other side, I can take a picture and it looks like I'm actually in Lake Erie. I'm like, oh, that's a picture I gotta have. So I walk across the bridge. It's a 2-lane bridge. 1 lane is closed for traffic. Construction, excuse me. That's the side I walk across because it wasn't a sidewalk. I didn't want to slow down traffic. So I walk across the bridge, taking pictures. I'm having a great day. I'll walk back. I get halfway across and I look down at the other end of the bridge. There's a police car and it's not moving. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how come the police car isn't moving? And then it hits me, oh, it's because it's only a 1-lane bridge. When the light changes, he's gonna pass, he's gonna wave, I'm gonna wave, everything's gonna be fine. Second police car shows up. I'm thinking, oh, they just want to know why I'm walking across the construction side of the bridge. I will explain to them why. They will applaud my civic consciousness, send me on my way. Everything's gonna be fine. Third police car shows up. And I'm thinking to myself, I might have to show some ID. And just when I thought that all the police cars fling open, and there's like 5 different policemen all spread out. 4 of them have pistols, 1 of them have a shotgun, and they're all running at me. I'm like, ooh, this is just like on Cops. And then they get closer, I can hear what they're saying. Some of them are saying, put your hands up, put your hands up. Some are saying, get down, get down. So basically, I'm standing in one spot doing jumping jacks. And then they get close enough, one of them says, get down! And I said, but he just said, and before I could finish the sentence, the one with the shotgun went, shh, get the fuck down! Then it was like in the movies when time stands still. And I heard my late great-grandmother Ruth's voice in my ear. She's like, baby, I know you didn't like that man cussing at you because you a grown man and a fine young man you are. But there are 4 pistols in a shotgun cocked and loaded in the center of your chest. You was on the wrong side of the bridge anyway, just get the fuck down. So I get out and they handcuff me. They said, what are you doing here? I said, I'm a comedian, I'm working at this club, I'm trying to take pictures. No, what are you doing here? I'm just trying to take some pictures. So they pick me up and they say, okay, the reason we stopped you is because there was a robbery and you fit the description. And I was like, well, duh. is a description of the guy we're looking for. We are looking for a big, black, muscular guy with dreadlocks. And in my head, I was like, awesome. What I actually said was, I'm just a big, black, fat guy with dreadlocks. So they say, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk you down to the police cars, we're gonna run your information, and if you check out, we will apologize and let you go. I was like, outstanding, let's do this. So we're walking me down, I'm still handcuffed, and one of the cops walking me down, I was like, so you're a comedian, huh? You a pretty funny guy? Well, not right now. So we get down there, and they start running my information, and all of a sudden it goes from 5 to 8 cops. And one of the last one there goes all Joe Friday on me. Corey asked the doc, that's before your time. You know who Joe Friday is? Do you still know how to write cursive? Just checking. Because you know they're getting away with it. I just have to make sure you kids. And now back to the joke. So it goes from 5 to 8 cops. And one of the last one there goes all Joe Friday. He's like, you got any tattoos on your stomach? I was like, no. He said, can we check? I said, sure. So he picks up my shirt and all this fat I've been holding in the 15 minutes that my piece started falling out. I've never been so happy to be out of shape my whole entire life. And all at once, all 8 of them went, it's not him. And that is the actual word for word true story of how Big John Richardson got 8 of Cleveland's finest to friend him on Facebook in one day. I'm Big John, y'all. Thanks for coming out.
Oh my God. Big John, y'all. Give it up for Big John. Keep up with all of our events. Like I said, we're back here at the Bardstown, August the 22nd. Charlie Walker is going to be the host. Hey. Woo! I still love you, Charlie.
Will Ben be here?
Who? Ben? Probably. Hey, Ben.
Yes, Ben is here.
Ben's gonna be here. His girlfriend's gonna be here. We are going to be doing this. If you want to follow Charlie, it's at Charlie Walker on Twitter. You can also check the Ultra Combo Facebook page. Mari Sherrod, at Mari Sherrod. The lovely Adrian. Give it up for Ms. Adrian. Can't follow my wife. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, and then I myself, I'm Vernon. I'm on Twitter. Hey! All right, so you had a good time. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Pete Walnick. You can follow Pete Walnick on Twitter at Pete Walnick, or you can follow Pete on Facebook, which he reads religiously, and he's mad because I'm not on Facebook. Poke. Anyway. Hey, you have to ask him. I guess it's whoa neck, bro. Whoa neck. Also, you can follow Mr. Big John Richardson on Twitter and what is it? Big Palm 6, Psalm 6. See, I don't read the Bible, so you know. Big John. Okay, big Psalms. Somebody told me Psalms. Yeah, good job. So we know where I'm going when I die. I'm going to Broadway. Anyway. Whoa. Hey, Pete, I think the girl that smoker's cough is here. Black bastard. Anyway, we're gonna leave right now. We're gonna dismiss in an orderly fashion. You stand up and then, leave. I had a lot of fun tonight. Give it up for yourselves for coming out. Bob Batch is on that show. You have Mr. Doug Wiley and myself. We'll be doing some improv, we'll be doing some rapping, we'll be doing some stabbing, some gang officiation, you know, that kind of thing. You know, a little BSDM, or whatever the kids call it. What do you call it? You look weird, you look like you're into it. You look like you like choking them out. I love you, dude. You're cool. He's cool. He'll be here. I'll pay for you to come back. I don't give it to you. You're our roadie. He's coming back. Roadie, damn it, roadie. Dude, nice boots. I didn't even see those. That's nice. That's nice. I don't have a joke. I just said it on the other. Yeah, he looked at me too. He came with that ball-headed white thing. He was like, better not say shit.
We were laughing. We came in.
I'm here with my girl.
We walked in, and literally the entire bar is bubble.
Because you know, I got on boat shoes.
And I looked up.
How many black people got on boat shoes
I
tonight?
didn't realize the girl from Louisville was on Jeopardy.
Right. That lets you know the level of my gangster.
You know when the fucking house and the bars huddled around Jeopardy.
Y'all silly. He's laughing at that. But we gotta get out of here though. But we do appreciate you all coming out.